What is up everyone, welcome back for another week's video. This week I'm answering a question I got answered on an Instagram DM a few weeks ago, I don't know, maybe months ago now. Antix 2.0 versus Rockstar 4, which is right for me? And I was like, oh, well, that's a great question, because they kind of do some different things. There's some overlap in the middle, but they kind of have separate functions. So if the answer can't be both, which I get, which is right for you? So I thought I'd just break down kind of some of the similarities and differences when you're asking yourself that question, which one is right for you, and hopefully this will help you if you are choosing between these two boats this year. Before we get going, I do want to mention that I am supported by Jackson Kayak, and whilst I still pay for my kayaks, I pay a very discounted rate, so take that with a pinch of salt, and the same with every comparison video you see on the line. Just try and figure out if those people have a vested interest or not. I'm just letting you know that that's where I'm coming from. That being said, Jackson Kayak did not pay for this video, and I don't really think that I would let them compromise me like that. Okay, moving on. Rockstar 4, so that is more of a freestyle kayak. It is really great at surfing waves, it is really great at doing tricks, it's really great at flat water tricks, flat water freestyle tricks, eddy line tricks. It is slower to move across sections of flat water. You can still go down rapids in it and down rivers in it, although its primary function is designed for surfing waves, surfing holes, and doing tricks. That being said, I have still taken my Rockstars down numerous rivers, down numerous big rapids. It's not impossible, but they are best for surfing waves. Sometimes, because it's a lot smaller, that can mean it's a lot less stable. Obviously it's designed to be unstable, or designed to be highly maneuverable and aggressive while you're surfing a wave, which sometimes can trip you up, especially if you're learning to kayak. It might not be the best choice for you, and especially if you're just looking for something with a more kind of stable platform, it might not be the best thing for you. But if you're looking to learn to do tricks, if you're looking to surf waves with the maximal amount of responsiveness, Rockstar 4 is the way to go. Antix 2, that's more of a half-slice river running boat, so it's really good at going downstream. It's really stable, it's quite comfortable, it's really fun to surf for kind of smaller waves. It's a bit less responsive than the Rockstar 4, so you have to work a bit more to move it around. You can still do some tricks in it, like there was a ton of video of Nick and Dane doing air screws and helixes in them when they first came out. I haven't been able to make my one perform that way, but it is certainly possible. They are really fun for eddy line tricks, for tail squirts and stuff like that, which I think is really a great time and a really good foundational thing to be learning if you do want to move on to more freestyle tricks later on. They're a bit more stable, they're a lot faster moving on flat water versus a freestyle kayak. They are a lot more boat around you, so you're a bit more, you can move through like holes and river features a bit more easily than you can do in a freestyle boat. Some people say that I think the Antix is easier to roll. I think they're pretty even, in my opinion. Maybe the Antix is a shade easier, but I think they're both pretty easy to roll for me. But I think some people have noticed that because of the narrower profile around your hips of the Antix versus a more traditional freestyle boat like the Rockstar, it is a bit easier to roll. So I don't see that much of a difference, but also some people do see a difference, and so that's something to keep in mind. So you would use Antix 2 for something more like if you wanted a bit of an all-round boat, you want to surf some waves, you want to go down some rapids, you want to do some eddy line squirts. It's going to be really great for that. If you're looking for a boat which is going to be able to do more tricks and more freestyle, you're going to want to get a Rockstar 4. If you're going to want to do just some fun front surfs, maybe some fun spins, some kind of low angle tricks, it's possible to do that in the Antix 2, but it's not as easy as doing it in a freestyle boat. Equally, if you're looking to go a bit faster, getting downstream, Rockstar 4 is not going to be the fastest way to get there because it's much shorter. Shorter boats generally being slower. Like I said at the start of this video, I have paddled both boats for a decent chunk of time. They both put a big smile on my face and I enjoy paddling them both immensely. I was really surprised at how much I've enjoyed paddling the Antix 2 since I've got it, and I've paddled it a lot more days than I thought I was going to. because it's just really fun. It's really fun to be able to go downstream with a bit of speed and also a bit of playfulness. And finally, the other question that comes up a lot when I'm asked about boats is what size is right for me. I think this is a difficult one, especially if you sit at one end of the scale of a weight range or height range of a boat. So I'm going to tell you what I weigh and what size I paddle, and I'm going to tell you that those work well for me. I paddle a medium-sized Rockstar 4 and a medium-sized Antix 2. I'm 5 feet 11, 165 to 170 pounds more or less, which is probably the bigger end of medium, but still definitely not large. I really like both boats at my height and weight. I know Dane is about 150 pounds, 5'7", 5'8", so, and he also is paddling a medium, so that's probably more like the middle end of the weight range, or maybe even the lower end, I'm not sure. So that's another thing to keep in mind. It looks pretty good around his size, but probably you could squeak into a small too. And if you're a bit lighter again, it'd be easier to squeak into a small. So that's another thing to consider. In terms of what size is right for you, if you can, I would say demo, paddle someone else's, take it down some small rapids, figure out what's right for you. That's going to be the best way. If it feels tippy and unstable more than it should do, then yeah, you know, get a bigger boat. Alright, so hopefully this has kind of answered the question a little bit, which is what's the difference and what's right for you. I don't know what's right for you is the short answer, but that's what those boats are good at. So hopefully you'll be able to pick from that list of things you're looking for and move forward from there. Hopefully this has been useful and informative. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if I missed anything. And as always, I will see you again in a future video. Peace.